Good morning, students. Today we will study about chapter 8, direct and indirect speech. So what is direct speech? Direct speech is used when the words spoken or written down are the actual words spoken by some other person. As we see the example, he said, "It is raining today." Who said? That means other person has said something before the person now who is indicating the third person. Okay, this person is, that means, indicating the third person who has spoken already the actual words, and actual words are always in double quote. Okay, you see here the double quotes. No, these are double quotes. These actual words are spoken or written in the double quote, indicating the third person who has already said something. Now, what is indirect speech? Indirect speech is also called reported speech, and this speech is used when a person reports direct speech, that is, he reports orally or he writes down the actual words of the speaker in an appropriate tense, or he refers to the original reports or the original speakers who has said something but in his own words, and he refers to the original speaker. Here we can see some of the examples. He says, "I am clever." So here he says, "I am clever." This is direct speech spoken by original speaker, and this speech is in double quote. But the same words, if other person say in direct speech, how he would speak? He will say, "He says that he is clever." That means this person indicates to the original speaker who has said before this speech already. Next example we'll study. The teacher will say, "The boy was clever." So again, this is the actual words of the speaker, and if we will make the indirect speech of this one, we can write this way. Thus, the teacher will say that the boy was clever. Now here some of the things which we need to understand. Whenever we'll make the indirect speech out of direct, we have to add that word after the verb and before the pronoun or the noun. Now we'll study some of the changes. Number 1, tense changes. After a reporting verb in a present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. What does mean by? So here we'll see, this is reporting speech or reporting verb, and it is said that if it is in present or future reporting verb, then the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. So this is the reporting verb and this is reported speech. I am clever. So when they are in present or future, the reported speech, this is a reported speech, okay, this speech of the original person does not change in the indirect speech also. Hope you have understood this. So let's once again read this. He says, this is a reporting verb, that means the verb is reporting who has said or who says. He says, reporting verb, I am clever. This is reported speech. Okay, the one who is reporting. When will convert into indirect speech, it does not change. Then it will go like this. He says that. Okay, that should come without the double quote when we make indirect speech. So he says that he is clever. So see, reported speech does not change. It remains in present. Okay. Next, the teacher will say, the boy was clever. Now this reported speech is in past, and when we make this same speech into indirect speech, the reported speech will not change. So the teacher will say that the boy was clever. He says, I shall become a doctor. He says that she will become a doctor. So here that is absent, so you can put here. After a reporting verb in a past tense, the tense of the actual statement also goes into the past, usually one tense back. So in the past tense, what happened? If the reporting verb in the past tense, okay, has written, then what will happen? The tense of the actual statement will also go into the past actual ones.